From Interior Alaska's most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Our top story this evening, after paperwork was filed in Fairbanks Superior Court last week claiming that biological evidence scientifically linked convicted killer Michael Alexander to his victim, the Alaska Innocence Project says they think the filing is premature.
The state has asked for a dismissal of the post-conviction relief after a lab found DNA evidence cannot exclude Alexander. Alexander has been in jail serving a 198-year sentence for the 1987 murder of the then 17-year-old West Valley High School student Kathy Stockholm. Bill Oberle, head of the Alaska Innocence Project, said that he is yet to actually receive the filing, but does have the screening report. That report, Oberle says, lacks any underlying data, something that is standard in any DNA screening. He says until all evidence and data is reported, he will continue with the filing.
Actually was the results of the tests and how the test was done, and go from there. You know, before any conclusions are reached, people I would think would want all the information, and so that's certainly what I'm going to seek to do.
A draft advisory opinion finds that lawmakers are allowed to use state resources like their legislative websites to make known their positions on the upcoming oil tax referendum. The draft opinion from staff for the Alaska Public Offices Commission points to a Legislative Ethics Committee decision that found that action to support or oppose an initiative was related to the duties of lawmakers. The draft opinion, however, found that activities involving state resources should be reported and that communications should include a paid-for tag. Now, if the Commission adopts the draft opinion, staff recommends that the reporting and identifying requirements apply to future activities.
The Alaska Department of Transportation and Public Facilities, in partnership with HC Contractors Incorporated, is starting construction on the Richardson Highway Waste Station project at mile 358. Now, travelers could expect lane closures, truck crossings, flaggers, and double fine zones. Most work will take place during the day. However, there will be no traffic restrictions Monday through Friday from 7 to 8 a.m. in the northbound lanes and 4 to 6:30 p.m. in the southbound lanes. Work will continue through the 2014 construction season.
The Alaska Railroad Corporation will host a ribbon-cutting ceremony tomorrow to celebrate the completion of the Tanana River Bridge. This is Alaska's newest and longest bridge, and it's been in the making for quite some time. Called the Tanana River Crossing, the bridge is the first phase of the Northern Rail extension, which will cost a total of $188 million to build. Congressman Don Young, who is visiting the interior, plans to participate in the ceremony. He said this is a long-time project that he and the late Senator Ted Stevens worked on for years.
Which was actually Senator Stevens and my project, and I'm quite proud of that. And I have to say that now because tomorrow the senators will take credit for it. So I'm giving credit to Senator Stevens and myself for that project. And that's very important to the interior, to make sure that our rail will be able to go hopefully to Greeley and someday all the way down into Canada.
All right, well, look, it looks like Mike Schultz is joining us live from the fair.
Yeah, I was there all day, got this nifty sunburn, but now wet weather at the fair.
It just came in roaring, so I guess Mike's the best guy to tell us about that.
Absolutely, he joins us now. Mike, what do you have for us?
Hey, Daryl and Stephanie, the biggest thing to do today is obviously the weather we had here today. We had some really strong thunderstorms roll through. It's pretty drenched here, but you know, the rain has just about stopped now. The biggest problem we have right now are the mosquitoes. So if you're coming to the park, by all means bring some bug spray. And today is Kids Day, so it should be an opportunity to have a lot of fun. Still, all the concessions are out there. I can smell all the different smells, so plenty of opportunity to get some good food. But of course, like I said, it is Kids Day, so there's good things happening as far as the rides. We have lots of shows going on. And as far as the weather is concerned, I think we might have some more rain probably around 8 o'clock or so. And you might want to bring an umbrella, but all in all, it's all not too bad. And for the most part, looks like things get better tomorrow. In fact, we're looking at this storm system to be moving out of the picture. As it does, that will allow all the moisture to move out. We were looking earlier at possibly getting some very heavy rain and bringing the rivers up, but it looks like for the most part, the system is moving through and to the south, and that's good news. And the rest of the week, not too bad. In fact, looking into the weekend, we're looking at lots of sunshine, and temperatures will once again be in the low 70s all week long. And if I get rid of all these mosquitoes, it'd be even better. But we're going to be with you all night, all day, all week, I should say. This week, broadcasting every night. We'll have some interesting folks to talk to and interview. And of course, we'll be bringing you all the latest updates we can as far as what's going on with the fair. And then, of course, later on, I'll be back with a look at the weather. But right now, back to you, Daryl and Stephanie.
It looked like those kids were having fun in the background,
absolutely,
playing
right.
football in the rain.
In the rain, right. All right. Well, when we come back, Alyeska Pipeline and the fair are taking selfies to new heights.
Also, it's time for parents to think about back-to-school supplies, so stay with us. Those stories are next. Welcome back. The Kroger Company is one of the world's largest grocery retailers with fiscal 2013 sales of $98.4 billion. The company spans 44 states, and the store formats include grocery and multi-department stores, discount, convenience, and jewelry stores. Now in Alaska, they have 11 food and jewelry stores and employ 2,900 associates. One of the banners they operate under is Fred Meyer, and the president of Kroger was in Fairbanks today, checking out the two stores here before heading to a meeting of Kroger officials in Anchorage.
Some of our busiest stores in the company are actually here in Fairbanks. And if you think about, Fred Meyer is located in Portland, Oregon. And from Portland, Oregon to Fairbanks, it's actually further to Fairbanks than it is to Chicago, Illinois. So the job they do servicing these stores and making these stores run from such a long distance away is really a testimonial to a lot of hard work by a lot of folks that do a really, really good job.
What do the Tanana Valley State Fair and selfies have in common this year? Well, Alyeska Pipeline and Alaska Airlines have teamed up to bring a new contest to the fair that you don't want to miss. With recent drops in the total number of pounds donated each year on Canned Food Day, Alyeska stepped in to ask the food bank how they could help. The idea they came up with is simple. First, you go to the food bank and donate your cans of food. Next, take a selfie with the cutout of Glenn Hackney. And last, submit your photo by posting it to Alyeska Pipeline's Facebook page. The prize this year will be 2 round-trip tickets to anywhere Alaska Airlines flies with no blackout dates. And as usual, folks who donate cans will receive a $3 admission to the Tanana Valley State Fair this Thursday, August 7th.
Really wanted to beef up our Canned Food Day. And so they came to us and said, we'd like to partner with Alaska Airlines. Are you guys in? Absolutely. So this was absolutely a wonderful idea that we've been so excited about here. And right now, because this is the first year, this is going to be the best year to get, good chances right now. But you can actually come in. Normally you go and you make 2 stops. You go to drop off your cans, and then you get your voucher, and then you go through the fair line to pay the other $2 or $3 depending on the age. Totally easy now. You come in here, drop off your cans, we give you your voucher. You take your voucher over to Glenn Hackney, take an Ussie with Glenn Hackney.
The contest will run through Thursday, and volunteers at the food bank say they are open until 7 p.m. in order to accommodate people coming in to participate.
The League of Women Voters of the Tanana Valley is sponsoring a legislative candidate forum August 7th at the Tanana Valley State Fair. The forum, which is to be held under the Big White Pavilion, will feature state legislative candidates from 8 interior districts. Candidates for Senate District A and House District 1 and 2 will take the stage from 6:30 to 7:30 Wednesday night. Candidates for Senate District C and House Districts 3, 4, 5, and 6 will take the stage from 7:45 to 9 p.m. Registered voters can take part in the group's straw poll by filling out a sample ballot. Results of the polling will be updated regularly and displayed on the back wall of the booth.
Members Gretchen Murphy and Linda Witt right now are putting up the today's total of the last 3 days voting. So a lot of candidates are watching these numbers, and more importantly, it helps people think about who is running in their districts.
With the beginning of school around the corner, many children in the Fairbanks area are without proper school supplies. This is where the Salvation Army, along with other businesses across the community, come in. The Back to School campaign has been running since the 1st of July and will wrap up when materials are distributed on the 9th of August. With the deadline approaching, more donations of school items are badly needed at drop-off locations.
Backpacks is some of the main things that we're looking for. We have backpacks, we have paper, We have glue sticks, scissors, markers, any type of school supplies that you could think of. We would love to get them so that we can supply them to the kids going to school this season. So anything that you can think of that would help kids be able to learn as they go into the new school year. And cash donations are always very much appreciated so that we can continue to help the kids in our community.
Yep, so I got the jump on that school shopping last night.
Oh, very good. So you're
all done.
Set. Very good. All right.
Very accomplished.
Not picking over the last items in the bin.
It's already pretty low, so yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
All right, well, coming up in sports, Austin Buchanan will introduce the new assistant basketball coach for the Nanox men basketball team.
Also is a beautiful day for young golfers to battle for the state championship at Fairbanks Golf Course.
The Gold Panners were in the they were in the do or die seat, and he'll tell you how they did last night.
Yukon Quest is coming up. What Mushers had to say about this year's race, that's next with Sports with Austin.